about MongoDB and Neo4j 101. Now we will talk about MongoDB first. Um, what is MongoDB? MongoDB is something that called document database. Document database is not relational database. Relational database means something that we have a table more than one or and have a relation using foreign key. I think you may similar with SQL. That is a relational database. But for document database, a document is a JSON-like object that store document in BSON or binary JSONs. For this one, we have KDI database and we have a folder called collection. Collection is like table in SQL. But for document database in MongoDB, in the collection, we didn't store data in record, but we store in the name of document. Document will be like this one that in JSON format. So that means we can have more than one collection, and for one collection we can have many documents in it. Now when we compare with relational database, collection is table in RDBMS, and for each record in table is a document which is able to have arrays or netted document into it. So what does this mean? It means that in our JSON file that is a document, we can have a sub document in it, or can have array in it. For each a document, we will have some field called underscore ID. This one is used to identify by the unique ID value. That is auto-generate one. So I will skip the installation guide. You can see this guide in your forum website or the document for each website, MongoDB and Neo4j. So let me skip. Okay, now we will talk about the tutorial of MongoDB. First, when you enter the program, it should be something like this one. We have the menu panel on the left side that have a big button called Add New Connection. Now we will add new connection. When you click this one, you will see something like this. Enter your connection. For me, I will use name as DTII. That is your major. Color is up to you. For me, I will use the red one. Oh no, it's Apamongkon. I will use the pink one. And now I will connect or save, or you can save and connect automatically. Okay, now you will have three database. That is the initial database. The first one that is admin, the next one config, and the last one that is local. Local will be like this one. Okay. For local database, we have one collection called startup log that is used for log the usage of this connection. Now we will create our database. We will not mess up with this initial database, but I will create the new one called KDI. If you create new database, you need to create one new collection into this database. So I will call this database student, and you click here database. Now we have new database called KDI and new collection called students. we have two ways to import data. Now you click on add data button, that is the green one. We have two ways. The first one that is import JSON or CSV file, and the second one that is insert document. For insert document will be like this one. You need to manually copy or type the JSON format file like this. So you can follow my data. Let me first. Okay. Student ID. It should be like this one. Okay. I will call this one key and this one value, and for overall I will call this one field name. I will use my name. Oh sorry, I should be used like this. First name, last name, whoop, and age. Here. And the last one that I want to create the array field called interlace. So alright, dbms. Oh, it should be in string dbms. Right. 6 7. I don't know what that is mean, but I think it's something no context. Now when you do like this, you can click insert. But if you cannot click insert, please check something or somewhere has a error thing. But the disadvantage when you use this concept, that is you will not know how or where is the error. It just say, okay, you have an error, but you need to find it by yourself. Okay, I create the first one. Now we have a document in student collection. That is my data like this. Now I will show you in the second way, that is import JSON or CSV file. Now in import JSON and CSV file, I already have this one that is a JSON file that contain two documents of student collection. The first one that is PGuide name, and the next one that is Will Smith name, that have a new key or new field called middle name. Let's get what happened when I insert this one. Okay, now in MongoDB you can use import JSON or CSV and import this. Stop on errors mean something that control whether the import is or nothing. If it has an error and you mark on stop on errors, it will be stop the process and delete anything that you import. But if you didn't check and it had an error, it will import only the document or the data that they finish. That is called partially insert. Okay, import. Now we have 3 documents in student collection for KDI database. Now, as I said that for the third document, we have middle name, that is a new field. What happened when we create a new field? So we go back to go to see in the table view, you will see some field called middle name. The first two record doesn't have any field that is null, but for this one we have middle name Smith. So that means if we have a new column, a new key, it will automatically create the new one. But please check your DBMS logic that is correct or something, because it's about how you design one. Now we will see the next concept using MongoDB shell. After you download Mongo shell, you should type and compete like this: MongoSH. This one we call current MongoSH log ID connecting to, that is all private local using MongoDB version, MongoSH version. Now we are using Mongo shell right now. We can see how many database in this connection. Now we have KDI admin config and local, like this one, KDI admin config and local. If you want to use a specific database, you can use this command: use KDI, use local, use admin anything. But the pothole that is, you can type anything after use. It can be use toilet. Now you will switch to database called toilet, but it's not exist in MongoDB. So when you query or do a function something, it will cause an error. So we will go back to the use KDI. Now when we want to check how many collection we have in this database, we are using show collection. Now we have the new one, the database, the collection called students. Now I will create the other collection called courses. Now we have two collection right now, and when I use this command again, it will show all of collection in KDI database, that is courses and students. Sorry. Now we will talk about how to insert using Mongo shell. We will learn the first function in MongoDB that called insert one and insert many. These one are used to insert new document into specific collection in MongoDB. Okay, now I will using to insert one student in student collection. The command will be like this: db that your specific collection name. For me, I will using student because I want to put it on student collection. Dot find. Oh, sorry. That insert one. Now in this bracket, you need to enter the field like the JSON format. So, but you I need to type by myself. So student ID no, okay. Name Métis. Oh, I forgot. First name, last name. call in the slide and in the tutorial for the key I am using a different format of name. For in slide I using capable letter as key, but for this one is the correct one. In tutorial I'm using all of camel case like this one, but it depend on you. Yeah, 3 interest. DuckDB and something called like this. Now when we press enter, if it show like this one, acknowledge to insert ID object ID, that means you have finished insert a new document. We will go back to MongoDB compass and now we will press the refresh button one that's in this one. Now we have 4 document. That the last one is this one that we create on MongoDB shell. Now we will use insert many to insert more than one document in one time. Yes, we will use the same JSON format, but it will be difficult and it's hard to see because it's messy. Okay, now all collection is empty, so we will create 2 documents in it. So we will use this one, db.collection name causes, because we will put it on cost collection db.cost that insert many. Okay, when we insert more than one document, you need to put a square bracket at the start and the end, because it's something like the list of document. Okay, so for this one, let me see the slide to make it clear. Insert many. We start and end with the square bracket, and now in curly bracket, that is our first document. Cost ID, that is your course called Introduction to Big Data Ecosystem, but I will change this name into something that easy to find, that is big data. Lecturer, for lecturer we have 2 lecturer. That's it. For this one I will use only first name because it's too long to see. We have อาจารย์อัครเดช and อาจารย์ยุทธพิชัย and credit is 3. I will not add date fields because it's too long. Okay, for the next document, that is the database programming in practice one. So course ID, 6509 656 0569 611 name database programming in practice lecturer. We have อาจารย์อัคเดช and ยุทธพิชัย now I will add more lecturers because it will be as same as the first document. I don't want to be like that one, so I will add Puit. Don't ask me why. Credit is 3. Okay. Now we will use insert many function that the first document is a course called big data and the next one called database programming in practice. So I will paste the enter. Now we already create documents in course collection. Now you will see insert ID. We have to insert ID. That is a unique ID. When we go back to course collection in MongoDB Compass and you refresh, now you will see a new collection that we create, like this one. If you think it's difficult to use Mongo shell in command prompt, you can use in MongoDB Compass like this one. It's easier because you have some guide or some hint. For this one, DB collection, it will have some hint of function and anything that is easier than the command prompt or terminal one. So I will use this one after that. Now we will talk about the next group of function that we use to filtering document. We will use db.specific collection that find. If you code this command directly into Mongo shell, it will return all document in specific collection. Okay, where's MongoDB? Now, when we open MongoDB shell in the MongoDB Compass and we will use the like this db.student.find, it will return all of document in students collection with all field like this one. Now we will have a parameter for file function. For the first parameter in file is the condition for return only specific document. For this one, I want MongoDB to return the data or a document for a student that study in 3rd year. So I will use db.student find, and in parameter I will add year is 3 like this with a curly bracket. Now it will return to document that is the student with with year 3, sorry. Okay, so I can change to find age is 20 like this, or find okay, age 20 and student ID is like this. We can have more than one condition. So if you have more than one condition in your first parameter, it will use an and operator. That means find the student that age is 20 and student ID is 660500603. The second parameter in file used for which specific key we want to return. Use value as 1 or anything that is a number for make the statement true. Okay, for this one, let me clear the terminal first. I will use db student dot find. I want to find the student that study in third year, but I want only student ID, first name and age field. Oh, and year field too. So the first parameter that is a condition. My condition that is year is third, and the second parameter that with specific key we want to return. For me, I want student ID, make it true by using 1 as the symbol. First name and year. Oh, sorry, I forgot it. Like this one, and when I press enter, it will return the data, the student that study in third year with only student ID, first name, age, and year field. So let's see again. If I didn't use the second parameter, it will return the data to document, but with all field that contained in the document. So if you want to return all the document with specific key, you can use the first parameter with the empty curly bracket one. And for we have command to use for find only one document in the collection that we call find one. Okay, let's do this. db the student that find. At first, I will show you this one that I want all of document in student collection, but I just want only first name. It will return like this one for document, only first name field. And the next one, I will use find one. So find one. Now I will use underscore ID as condition. So I want to find the Malapchai, someone in someone in student collection. That first name is Malapchai. So I already know that underscore ID is using this one. So for me, I will using underscore ID object ID and copy this one. It will return the document that have the same object ID. What happened when we use find one and it has the condition is doesn't unique. It will return the first document that match the condition only. Now we will talk about how we count the document using count. We can use count command, count function, but at first we need to use find before and count like this. Now we have full document in student collection, so it should return full like this. But if we have a condition that called year is 3, it will return true because we have two students that study in third year, this and this. The next function that is limit is used for limiting the document return from file. So I want to retrieve all the student document. So I use find and limit to. That means show me only the first two documents like this. If you want only one, you can change the parameter in limit function one. But what happens when I type -1? Or 2? Yeah, it ignore minus symbol at all. Now we will talk about sorting document. We have two ways to sort. The first one that sort in ascending order and sort for descending order. Let me share the terminal. Okay, I will sort the student using find. Let me simplify the data using second parameter of find function. I want only student ID, first name, age, and year. Okay. Now, when we using sort, you need to specify which field is the main one to sort. For me, I'm using the age. Age. We have two ways to sort, right? Ascending and descending. If you want to sort in ascending, you need to type 1 in age field for sort function like this. Ascending, that means we will start the first document with the lowest one and the last document is the highest one. So it will sort like this: 18, 20, 40, and 60. But if you want to sort in descending order, you can change the value for specific key in sort function using -1. That is how we sort in descending. So it will in descending we will start our first document with the highest one and the last document is the lowest one. Okay, now you talk about the operator. In MongoDB, we use the $ symbol to indicate query operator. This operator is mainly used to compare values in queries. Now, our first group of operator that used to compare. We have greater than, greater or equal than, less than, and less or equal than. So, how to use it? It will something a little bit confused or it hard, but let me tutorial this one slowly. Okay, now we want to query the student that year is more than 2, or we can use greater than or equal 3. So when we use the traditional way using find parameter like this, year is 3, it will return only the student that study in third year, right? The first, second, and the fourth is not returned. But what happened when I want greater than or equal third year? That means the student that study in third and fourth year needs to show up in this terminal. So I will use the operator called greater than equal. So we use find function that contain year field, but value for year field need to be uh another the key value set, but the key is the operator called $sign GTE. GTE is stand for greater than or equal, referenced by this slide. GT is greater than, GTE is greater or equal than, LT is less than, LTE less or equal than. So in this one, we want to find the student that year is greater or equal than 3. When we press enter, we will retrieve the documents that all of document in the terminal year is greater or equal than 3. The 3 1, 3 and the 4, like this one. So when we change to GT greater than, it will return only the person that study in 4th year, because it's greater than 3. They not count 3. That like this one. So when we use less than LT, it will return only the student that study in 1st year, because we have only one student that study less than 3rd year, like this one. Now the next operation, that is OR, used for OR operator to matching query with more than one condition. So sometimes we don't want to use the greater than, less than operation, but sometimes we want to use only. Let me show you some example. I want to retrieve the student document that study in 1st year or 3rd year. I don't want the 2nd and 4th year. How? So I will find and we have the key value, but for the first one we'll use all operator with $sign or, and we type the list like this. The first, that is year, is 1 and year is 3. When we paste, it will return a document that study in 1st and 3rd year, like this. So the another way to do like this one, we call operator in and not in, NIN, not in. It used to match a field against the list of value. For in means value is in the specific list, but for not in mean value is not in the specific list. So db the student that find, and but now you start with year, and for the value I will use in operator with the list in 1 or 3, like this. The result is as same as or operator. It depends on you which one is match with your hand. It's easier. So for me, I like to use this one. That means student that find that year is in this list always have 1 and 3 like this. Okay. For not in, um, not in, that means the student that we want to retrieve is not the student that study in first and third year. So it will return only the student that study on the second year and fourth year. For this one, it's retrieve only the fourth year because we don't have the student that study in second year right now. The next topic that how we querying arrays. In common way, when we are querying array which had more than one index in it, if we use find with first parameter that is the conditional, it will return all of data which had value matching the commands. I will emphasize in matching text. So if we use find with that concept, it will return all the data if a document key has only specific element in of code. But although we add all elements in specific arrays to return the data, it's return nothing because the order of index in this list is wrong. So when we use find with conditional infer parameter of find function, you need to strictly insert a condition with the correct order, the fulfillment order. So it's hard to use with this concept. Let me tutorial this one. Okay, if you want to search using array, you can use like this. Find interest, that is the array dbms. It will return nothing because dbms for this one it have another index that like around 6 7, and the next one that is just Dan and hamster. So I will use it. Just Dan and hamster. It will return the student who have all of these interested. But what happened when I swap the position? Hamster will be the second index and just Dan will be the last index. It will return nothing because the order is not matched with our query. So we have many ways to do. The first way to match our querying array, that is we use db dot student dot find interest. Let's see that for value I didn't use the array format dbms. It will return all the people that had dbms in the interest field. Or you can use the another way call or. To fix strictly command for querying array, we can use operator or to match document where an array field contains all specific value. That means we can find more than one way or one index in the array. So for this one, I use db the student that find find that interest and now I will use all operator. I want dbms and hamster. So I want to find the student whose interest have dbms and hamster in the list. Oh, sorry. Let me check. Oh, sorry. I didn't use the curly bracket one. Okay. Okay. I forgot the curly bracket. Now, it will return the student that have the BMS and Tapster in interest field like this. So we don't care the order, which one is first, which one is last. So that means I can swap the position like this, the BMS using OR operator. Now we will be creating document based on nested document. Let me create another document in course collection. It will be like this one. You can type auto me like this. Pause and type in your IDE. Now we have the course ID field, name, lecturer, credit. But for this document, it has something special that called reviews field. That is the sub-document for review field or review document. We have field name and text. That is the review one. So I will import. Yeah, boom. Now we already import all new document that have a sub-document like this one. So how we querying all nested document? We can use find, but let me see. If we want to find this one, this field name, you can use something like this. Find with review, that is field that has sub-document, right? Oh, sorry. Reviews that name, that is the field of this sub-document. Name is focus. Oh, sorry. Oh, it needs to be in double quote like this. So that means we want to find the course that have focus in review field like this. When we execute it, it will return all of the document that have focus as the reviewers one. For this example, we want to find review for author name, haha, that is the same as focus in our tutorial. We can use syntax like that find with subdoc. Subdoc, that means the field that have subdoc, that key in subdoc. So all subdoc that is review and key in subdoc, we can use name or text. like this. Now we will talk about how we exporting collection. We can export collection data in two ways. The first one is export query result, and the second one is exporting full collection. Let me go back to student. You can export using this button, and we have two ways to do that is export query result and export the full collection. For export query result, you can select to export all field or select field in table. For me, I will select field in table with age, first name, last name, student ID, year only. When we press export and when we see the JSON file of the export from MongoDB, it will be something like this one. We have student ID, first name, last name, age, and year fields like this one. Now we will export the full collection in course. When we want to export in full collection, we have export file type JSON and CSV. Now I will export in CSV. Get a cost. It will be like this one. Okay, how to delete the document? We can use delete one function or delete many to delete specific document depend on your condition in the parameter. Now, let me go back to the MongoDB comparison. We want to delete the student with delete one function. So I want to delete my document using object ID. How? So MongoDB the student dot delete one. In this one, we need to type the condition to the that we want that's specific to all target document. So I will use underscore ID object ID. Oh, holy. Oh, no. Okay. I will copy the object ID like this and press enter. Now it will return acknowledge true and delete count is 1. When we go back to student collection panel and we refresh, Malaysia it disappear. So how about delete many? We can delete many using like this. Delete student that study in third year. Delete many. The condition is year is third. Now we will see that delete count is 2. We have 2 students that study in third year, that is Will Smith and Meiji. So when we refresh, now we have only Yutipichai Gerjalearn study in Kidai right now. But we have the easiest way to do like this one, that we can remove document boom like this. For updating document, you can use update one or update many function to update specific documents depend on your condition in the parameter. Using $set, it used to update the value of field in a document if the field does not exist. So MongoDB create it automatically. So we have 2 parameters for update one or update many function. The first one, that means which document we want to update. that is a condition, and the second one, what is the update for specific field. So for this one, I will use to change the year of this document from 1 to 2 to second year. So student the update 1, the first parameter, that is the condition, which document we want or which specific key we want to track the document. So I will use update 1, here is 1, and the next one, that is what is the update. So year is set to 2. Oh, sorry. sorry, not be like this one. I forgot it. Set set year to, okay, I want to update from first year to second year, like this one. When I execute it, it will return match count is 1, modifying count 1. When we go back to student and we refresh, now Malachai year is second year right now. So when we want to update many, we can use update many function. From year 3, set year 4, match count is 2, that, and modify count is 2. That means the student that study in third year, it will be 4-year student right now. Okay, let me get it back to normal situation. For this one, did example show update grade to for where document have UDP and lecturer, how we do. So let's do this. Now I will use update many DB courses because we need to use the course connection. Update many. So we want to change the value which document has UDP as lecturer, right? So we will start with lecturer. The first one, that is condition, right? Or good พี่ชัย this is or condition, and for the next one, we want to set credit to full. What that is mean? It mean I want to change credit for the course that had UDP as lecturer from anything to credit for. We have big data. We have database programming in practice. So when we refresh, it will, the credit will be full, like this one. Okay, we will go to the next concept. Now all next operator that is inc or increment used to increase or decrease a numeric field by specific value. If the field does not exist, MongoDB will create it and set it to the increment value. Now we have credit for big data and database programming in this course. Credit is 4, right? So we will change it by increment it 1. When we increment it 1, it means the present numeric value is plus 1. It's increment by 10, it means plus 10. So db calls that update many lecturer that are okay. Now I will use inc for credit field plus 1. So in cost collection, for each document that had UWP as lecturer, credit is plus 1. So at first, credit for this cost is 4, right? Now it's 5. If we want to decrease using increment operator, you can use integer numeric value like this. For this one, I will subtract the credit by 2. So we will go back to the collection. Credit is go back to 3 because it's 5 subtract 3. 5 subtract 2 is equal 3. Now the next operator that is push and pull. These operators are update operator used to add or remove element from an array field. Now we want to mess up with student called Will Smith, so they have interest to index. The first one is movie and the second one that is lab. We want to add more interest in this student, so db the student the update 1 who name first name is Will and the second parameter I will push interest. The first base. Now when we go back to student collection and we refresh, Will Smith will have 3 interests right now. The newest one is base. If we want to delete the interest or delete the list in array, we can use pull command like this one. We want to pull interest that is base out of a document. When we execute it and we refresh the base, it disappear right now. That's how we use push and pull. But we have another way to use with push, that is each operator. That is used with array update operator to add multiple elements to an array in a single update. So how we do this? This one has a long long command, long code. So I want to update one. First name view. Wait. Now I want to push in interface, and for this one, each we want to add more than one interest for the student that have first name view base and elite. So if press enter, let me check. I think I messed up with something. First name is view. Let me fix this. Oh, okay. I typed wrong collection name. It should be student, sorry. Now we push the interlace for the student that have name view. We have base and elite in. Why? Distributed student did update one. First name view. Oh, sorry. View, it should be the capable one. Okay. Now we have base and elite like this one. But if we want to pull, you need to pull using pull operator. Now we will talk about indexes. An index is a data structure that improves query performance by allowing MongoDB to find documents without scanning the entire collection. At first, when we want to find some students that have the score less than 30 without sort, they need to find all of document in the specific collection because it not sort. Then the last document it can be matched with query criteria. But if we use sort, then we will have query improve query performance because when we sort by descending order, that currently that the first document is the match with query criteria because it's less than 30. But if they not match, that mean okay, the document that below than this one is not matching with this query criteria, so it can be end of query. That's the design of how we do the index to improve query performance. That concept can use with the shading technique or anything that you can learn with P-Guy in the lecture or theory of big data. That's end of MongoDB tutorial 101. So the next program that we must learn that is Neo4j. That one is something fun. I think so. Let's go to the next one. Welcome back, and now we will talk about Neo4j 101. What is Neo4j? Neo4j is a graph database management system that use CQL or Cipher query language to query data. allowing a relationship between data to be stored and queried directly, making complex relationship query easier to read and understand. So what is CQL? CQL is a declarative query language used to query and manipulate data stored in a graph database. So for graph database, there are some different between graph database and relational database. For relational database such as SQL or SQL, um, we have table and relation between table, right? So when we want to query something, we can use a different table using join, left join, right join, inner join, anything. But what happens when we want to do something that complex, such as when we want a friend, or I assume that we have table that contain the person record. For the person record, we want to query circle of friend of this person. It's hard to uh, it's hard to query, right? So this graph database management system is suit with this situation more than the SQL one. So core component of graph database management system, we have three things that important, very important. The first one we call node. Node is entity such as student, course, lecturer. Node is if you assume one thing, node is a person. For one person that have a property that is an attribute of node or relationship. For property, for example, for me, I am a node called Malapchai, and I have a property that age 22, year is 4, student ID is something like this, and relationship is a connection between nodes. So when we have more than one node, for this example, I have Malapchai and Saksakun. Relationship between this node is classmate. So Malapchai is classmate of Saksakun. And now we have by direct way. So that means Saksakun is also Malapchai classmate too. We will skip the installation guide. Okay, now we will start Neo4j tutorial. When you open Neo4j for desktop, you will see the panel like this one. The first one, you need to create the instance name. For me, I will use demo, and create database user password. It can be anything, but please remember it. Okay, create. Wait until it finish install. Okay, now we have finished installing demo connect instance. For this database, we don't have any database, but I think for the initial we will have a Neo4j and admin database. Now we click create database. My database name is dt kdi. We press create. When we create the instance, we should the terminal be like this one. Don't worry. Okay. Now we will have three databases right now. The first one that is Neo4j system and KDI. Now we will mess up with KDI. So go to local instance menu. Query. And we will connect to instance called demo. Press connect. Then for database, choose KDI. Okay. At first, enter this GitHub and copy the create ciphertext. So let me copy it. Now I will execute all of these when we have like this one. Let me do something. Oh, holy. At first, the panel will be like this, right? Click on this one, and it should be have a cursor or anything, and you paste it in this one, and you can run. Wait a minute. Oh, sorry. Let me copy it again. Okay. Now it said create 25 nodes. That means we have 25 person with 81 relationship and have 25 labels, anything. Now, when you want to see all of node and relationship in this database, we can use this one. Match n return and is for node. So it will find the node in database and return it as the graphical like this. Now we have 25 nodes that have label 2, 3 label. We have label coach for 7 labels, player 12 and team for 6. But now we didn't see any relationship between them. Okay, so how to find the relationship between them? We can use match again. Match n is for node, and relationship we will use dash square bracket r and m. For NRM it can be anything, but this is the normal way for me, and return NRM. It will return all of nodes that have relationship, but if you discretely see, you will see that node is 24, not 25, because it will return only the node that have relationship. But how we return all of node that have relationship and doesn't have any relationship? You can add more thing in this one, like I will see I will match node that call C that doesn't have any relation, and we comma, and it is the symbol for node that have any relation. For return we will add C like this one. Okay. Now we have all of node in this database, 25 node. This one doesn't have any relationship between another node. So this is the represent of C node. And for this is the R and this is N. You can drag and do something like a play of how to make the line doesn't make, but it's hard to adjust it. Okay, so go back to the slide. Yeah, we can query for node and relationship using this NRM pattern army relationship between two nodes. When we use NRM pattern, only the node which didn't has a relationship, it disappear. If you want to query all of node and relationship in this database, you need to query the single and all node one. Now we will querying for specific nodes using match n label return n. Okay, for this one, I want to find the node that is the payer. How? So we will use match n, but we will add a colon which pair. This one mean label. Oh, sorry. And now we return n. That means match n. That is the pair label and return n. Now we have all node, 12 node. That is the pair. So for the next one, if you want to find the relationship between pair and pair, you can do like this. Sorry. Dash r and m, that is the pair. Oh, sorry. M pair. That means we want to see match the node that is the pair that have relationship with pair. Now we have 12 node, but oh, sorry, the one node it disappear, so we need to create C pair like this and C. Okay, now we have 12 node right now. We will see the relationship between node. That's label pair. Tobias Harris is a teammate with Joel Embiid, and Ja Morant doesn't have any relationship between pair. Now we will querying using node property. We can query only property of specific node using dot notation. The result in table format. Now for this one, for each node we have property called age, height, name, number, and weight. For this one, I want to match and pair. For me, I will using p because it's p is for pair, and we want to return p that name, p that age. When we click run, the result will be in table format like this with p.name and p.age. But if you don't want the column name like this one, you can use alias, add the circle, and DuckDB do so. p.name as name, p.age as age. Yeah, now the column name is be the alias thing like this. Now we will filtering for node. We can filter node using where statement. The query pattern is like circle. So we match n that is a p, sorry, we match p as pair where. Now we will go with where statement, where p that name is Ja. Oh, sorry, it need to be a string. Ja Morant. And last one, return p. Now Ja Morant is appear in graph like this with only one, because p, my condition is p that name is Ja Morant only. We have many ways to use with where operator. For Neo4j doc, we have so many ways that you can check more on website reference to this image below. We have Boolean operator and or XOR not, comparison operator, list operator, string operator, and anything that about part pattern or type predicate expression. Now Another way to filtering node is query the property in match statement directly. That means we are not using where. So how? We can have a curly bracket after label like this and name ja Morant. It will return the same result like the var statement one. So this is the condition that's feeling like the property, and same as JSON when we use that find function in MongoDB. You can use with limit. Limit is used to restrict the number of rows returned by a query. Order of limit cannot guarantee any order without using order by. So for this one, if I want to match node n limit 7 return n, it will appear only 7 node. That is the first 7 of this database. And for the next one, we have skip. Skip is similar to offset in SQL, used to ignore specific number of rows from the beginning of a query result. So when we have limit 7 with offset, oh sorry, you need to use skip to. Now let's see. At first, when we execute with limit 7 only, or first row is Russell Westbrook, but when I add skip to, the first one is Anthony Davis. It happens as same as offset. It depends on you which command we want to use. Now for order by. Order by is used to sort query result based on one or more property, as same as zero. ASC is for ascending order and DESC is for descending order. Okay. Now we want to match n limit 7 order by using property. For this one, I will use n dot, oh sorry, pair n dot age with ascending and return n. Now in table format, when you see 8 is order by ascending 22, 22, 26, 28, 33, 33, and 36. But when we use the ESC that is descending, the 36% is in the first row. Now we will talk about how to query node with many labels. We can query more than one label like this query pattern. We have, for this one is mean for one node, right? But we can query more than one node or one labels like this. For me, I will match P that from player label and C that from coach label. So I will return return P and C like this. Now we want to see the relationship between them. So what we want to do, you can do like this. P, that is from payer that we already create a node, and R and C, that is NRM pattern. Now we have the relationship between coach and player, like this one. But if you want the person that disappear, you can have do anything like this one. Now we will querying for relationship. We can query for specific node label based on relationship using NRM pattern. For this one, I will match P, that's from payer. That relationship have name, right? For this one, Mike is Chris, coach is the label of relationship. So for this one, payer relationship is pay for. For this one, I will label T as team, return P RT. Now we will see the relationship between payer and team. With specific relationship that is pay for. Okay. So you can do like this, match payer that pay for team, which team name is LA Lakers or team name is Dallas Mavericks. You can use where statement everywhere. Now we will querying for relationship with condition. We have we can use this query for relationship with condition, like this one. For this query, I want to see the relationship between player who pay for LA Lakers and Dallas Maverick team. And now for each relationship can have property inside it. We can query using relationship property. So how to do this? Match P. Oh, let's see. Pay for, we have property called salary for each pay for. So I will do payer that have relationship pay for team, where now in the relationship we is pay for, right, and salary is the property. So that salary is greater or equal than like this. I don't know how many it is. Return PRT. Okay. Now we have payer that pay for any team that salary is more than 35 million. So for this one, pay for, that is the 50, 45, 47, 43, 40, and 38. Now querying for relationship with node property. You can also query using property of node, like this one. For this situation, we match payer that name. I want name. Oh, sorry, it shouldn't have a colon here. Name Anthony. What is your name? What is your name? David. That have relation. Pay for. Oh, sorry, teammate. If you don't know how many relationship in this database, you can go back to this one and see the line. We have pay for, we have play against, we have teammate, we have coach. PR with another player, I will call this n and return p rn. Now we will see the player Anthony Davis with relationship teammate with another player. So Anthony is LeBron James teammate and Russell teammate. Now we will talk about aggregating data using count. Count is an aggregation function used to count the number of row or value returned by a query. For this one, if we want to know how many nodes in this database, we use math_n return count n. It will return 25 like this. But if we have any relationship or any where statement, you can use with count too. So for this one, I want to use match p player who I will call gameplay play against team. So I can return p gameplay and p that name or gameplay. Oh, sorry, we want to count gameplay. Count gameplay. Now you see that player name and gameplay. Jamoran is play 3 times, Kevin 3 times. Like this one, this is how we use count with condition or the relationship. For average, it's an aggregation function used to calculate the average or mean value of numeric property. As same as another function, it can use like this. For this one, this example, we match player that have play against the team, and now we want to see the player name and gameplay average gameplay point for that person with 2 decimal precision using round function. So for round function, the first parameter is the numeric value, and the second one is the precision point. So try to describe this query. What does this mean? We have player that play for team name LA Lakers, and now we have another player that play against team, and we want to return player that name with gameplay that point, mean of gameplay that point as PPG. Order by PPG DSC, descending limit 1. Try to describe by yourself. I think it's not hard for you. Now we will talk how to deleting node and relationship. We cannot delete a node when its relationship with another node is exit. So if we want to remove relationship and delete the node instantly, we can use detach delete instead. But if that target node doesn't have any relationship, you can use delete. So we will go back to Jamoran Let's see. Now Jamoran have many relationship. They have 5 relationship. So we want to delete relationship and delete this node of Jamoran. So I create like this. Match p pair that name Jamorant and detach delete p center. Now when we go back to execute this again, you will see that Jamoran is disappear. Now we have only 24 nodes right now. Now if we want to deleting relationship, we use NRM pattern for specify relationship we want to delete. Like this one. We have Joel embed with paste for Philadelphia team. So we want to match Joel, that's the variable for the node that have property Joel embed as name, which have relationship pay for with team delete relationship. So the relationship between team and node is disappear using this one. Let's try. Match Joel, that is the player whose name is, where's Joel Ambich, this one. Joel Embed that have a relationship called pays for with team delete relationship. Oh, sorry, we need to create this one, delete rel. Now we delete relationship, and when we go back to see this one, let's see where is Joe Ambit. Now Joe Ambit and Philadelphia doesn't have relationship between together like this one. At first time we have one line that connect this node and this node, right? But now it doesn't have anything. Now we will talk about how to create node and relationship. For a node can have more than one label. Label is feeling like the group that we create to separate to the author. The syntax will be like this. We use create and with the label or anything. For this one, let me change to Neo4j and we host it. Now when we use mat n return n, when we change database to Neo4j or another database, it doesn't have anything right now. So I will create offer node. Now I will create the person that is student. For one node they can have more than one label. For this one I have one node that have student and lecturer label. Name Yuta Pichai and another property age 28 and return person to see the graphical. Now we have one node that have label lecturer and student. You can change the color of label. You can do like this. Yeah. Now we have UTP label with property age and name. For a relationship, Now we can create relationship between two nodes using cipher like this syntax. So we need to create uh, another node called cost cost that name big data return C. Yeah, now we have big data right now. When if we use match and return n, we have two nodes right now, big data and Yutabichai. Hey. So we will create the relationship. So create we need to match first to see okay this node is already create. So match L as lecturer whose name is Yutapichai. And another match we want to match the cost which name big data and create L. For this one we will call the relationship lecture for and see. Now return LC LRC. Press enter. Oh sorry, you need to do a one direction way for this one like this. That means lecturer is point to cost. Okay, now Udemy is lecture for big data right now. We can update node using set. For this one, we can set a property for existing node using this query pattern. Now, this example, I have add name for student label node to my name. So, we will create another node. Wait a minute. Okay. Match and see that is a cost name big data and create another student. Oh, sorry. That enroll for cost return and RC. This one we will create the empty node. I forgot the direction. But if do you see like this one, match n. Okay, now what the hell? We have two students right now. We have this one that doesn't have any property in it. We will change it. So I will match as a student. Now you can see the ID for each node using this one. This is the ID. I will mess up with this ID. So math student, where id id of student is 2. We set s that name to return s. Now this node is Malapchai. If you didn't see anything appear, you should do like this, and now you will see something weird. Oh, holy. Okay, now we have Yudabishai and Malapchai right now. So you can add more label for target node using set statement. For this one, I will match s that is student whose name is Malapchai, and set s that s and colon ta return s. Now this node that name Malapchai will have label, new label called ta. So we can set a property for relationship between nodes using this query pattern. So at first we need to match the node that have relationship between nodes using NRM pattern and set the property equal value return NR. So how? Match. We want to match L that is lecturer that have relationship lecture 4 and C from course. Set that salary to 9,000 and return LRC. Oh, sorry, I misspelling. Return. Now when we click on lecture for relationship, we will have the property called salary that is the 9,000. Now you can remove labels and property using remove command, remove statement. For this one, I will match it's one. I want to match L for lecturer. That name Yudabishai. Remove L that age. Now Yudabishai has age property, right? So when we use remove and we return, Yudabishai doesn't have any age property anymore. But if you want to remove TA label, remove a student that name Malapchai. Oh, holy. Remove s that, oh sorry, s colon ta and return s. Now Malapchai is go back to student, not ta anymore. Okay, that's all of Neo4j tutorial 101. If you want to see more tutorial or more concept of Neo4j or MongoDB, you can see all this clip that I already pasted on last page of this slide. So have a nice day. Goodbye.